Everyone rushes to Rome, Florence, and Venice, and ends up shoulder to shoulder with 1,000 other tourists just trying to see the same things. But Italy has dozens of cities that are just as beautiful, and almost nobody outside Italy talks about them. So let's take a look at 12 underrated Italian cities that honestly might just be better than Rome. Palermo. It can be described as exotic, chaotic, sultry, and vibrant. Palermo is Sicily's capital and its largest city. From its famous street markets laden with aromatic spices to its grand churches and opulent palaces, it's a very energetic and unique place. You have the wonderful cathedral and the most important architectural monuments in Sicily. Built in 1184 by the Normans as a reconverted Christian church on a site of a Muslim mosque. Other highlights are the neoclassical Teatro Massimo, which is Italy's largest opera house, and among the most renowned, especially when you look at La Scala in Milan. Take a visit to Catania. Sitting on the eastern coast of Sicily at the foot of Mount Etna. This town offers something for everyone. Following a huge volcanic eruption in 1669, most of the city was destroyed. After this calamity, it took a long time to rebuild Catania. But thanks to the stamina and determination of the locals, it is again blooming once more. So Catania is a very lively city. Shopping streets still hold fish markets, showing that the port is still important, even after centuries of making the city a very commercial centre. So if you didn't know, this is a musical city. Beaches are worthy for a day of sun and surf, so as I said, it has something for everyone. Ragusa. Now this is a town of two faces. Sitting on top of the hill is Ragusa Superiore, a very busy workaday town. Sensible grid-patterned streets and all the trappings of a modern provincial capital. But into the hillside further down is the Ragusa Ilbla, a sloping area of tangled alleyways, grey stone houses and a Baroque palazzi on very huge squares, and is effectively Ragusa's historic centre, and it's quite magnificent. So this is very possible that it's the great place for a quiet stroll, where you are able to admire the picturesque town in peace. At the foot of the Italian Alps in the northwestern corner of Italy, and only a short train ride away from Milan, stands a very interesting city, Torino. While less globally renowned than Rome or Florence, the city boasts a very rich history, especially being the birthplace of Italy's first cinema, and home to iconic brands such as Fiat, and even that disgusting mess from the 1964 invention Matera by the Italian company Ferrara. You can wander through Torino's historical centre, like you should always do in Italy, and it reveals some very architectural treasures, with Via Roma leading to Piazza Castello, which is considered the city's heart. But a stroll to Piazza Vittorio Veneto, and a visit to Gran Madre di Dio, one of Torino's most significant Catholic churches. But overall, I think it's one of Italy's most elegant cities. Plenty of palaces, it feels very regal with the piazzas, and the good thing is, hardly any tourists. Lucca. There's a city that sounds like no other, a jewel protected by high walls and embraced by a musical atmosphere. Lucca is a city on the Serchio River in Italy's Tuscany region. So what's great about this town is it's entirely walkable and encircled on all sides by the best preserved Renaissance fortifications in all of Tuscany. Now, because the historic centre is enclosed by city walls, Lucca has managed to convincingly preserve its heritage, so it's a place that is very much lived in. But what I like about this town is that it has so many towers to choose from, which means there are plenty of viewpoints to see Lucca's beautiful cityscape. Nestled within a remote corner of southern Italy, this city is definitely one of the most unique and spectacular destinations for you to check out this year. Abandoned caves, ancient neighborhoods, and a series of limestone grottos, Baroque churches, and even more caves. So Matera still has that little air of being undiscovered. You can roam through the labyrinth of narrow cobblestone streets and the uneven staircases. So it's a perfect location for you just to wander and get lost. Regarded as the shame of Italy in the 1950s, since then, the extraordinary environment has now been recognized as a European capital of culture. So, out of all the places in Italy that you could go this year, this might be a good option. And now we come to Trieste. Bordering the Adriatic and almost surrounded by Slovenia for much of its history. It was controlled by different powers and formerly ruled by the Habsburgs. It has a lot of different cultural influences. There's even a little bit of Vienna about the beautiful cafes that you will see, as the coffee bean folks is hugely important to Italy's coffee capital. And there are plenty of beautiful Viennese-style coffee houses which I think you have to take advantage of. And one you should check out is Cafe Tomasio. It's a very elegant spot for you just to sit back and relax and enjoy the atmosphere. And above the old town, and next to the castle of the same name, is San Giusto, a hilltop cathedral, parts of which date back from the 6th century. So there are plenty of places to do and see in Trieste, and I highly recommend that you stay here for more than just a weekend. Ferrara. Situated in the Emilia-Romagna region, this city exudes Renaissance splendor and medieval charm. It's encircled by well-preserved walls. And it's filled with elegant palaces and grand squares. Piazza Trento serves as a vibrant heart of Ferrara. You know, that typical Italian feel, lined with cafes and bustling with activity. So the highlights here are to explore the magnificent Castello Estense. As well as exploring the details of the Cathedral of Ferrara. Number 9. Padova. Now this location is right in the heart of northern Italy. It's like a cozy hidden gem that's just waiting for you to discover. Tucked away in the Veneto region, Padova is like a perfect blend of history and modern Italian charm. And one of its crown jewels is the Basilica of St. Anthony, a revered pilgrimage site renowned for its stunning architecture and its spiritual significance. But even if you're not interested in history, you can walk by the pretty canals, and you'll feel the romantic atmosphere that makes everyday life here so peaceful, as well as the historic squares that reveals the character of Padova. So for me, it's got that laid-back kind of environment. And with only 30 minutes away from Venice, I think it's a breathtaking place to visit, far away from the hustle and bustle. And finally, Perugia. Now this city is located in the heart of the Umbria region, and it sits atop a series of hills, offering stunning views of the surrounding countryside. Known for its well-preserved medieval architecture and a very rich history. It's surrounded by picturesque landscapes, so Perugia boasts some real ancient Etruscan ruins, impressive Renaissance palaces, so it's quite a beautiful city. The highlight is its Duomo, a magnificent cathedral showcasing the city's centuries-old heritage. But beyond all the historical charm, Perugia has a very vibrant energy about it. And this is where you're able to try some of the local Umbrian cuisine.